At a free e-waste event in central Harlem, residents drop off old devices. But where do these gadgets go next?
I'm not at all confident that this is not going to end up in a dump someplace.
In a world where technology advances faster than ever, discarded electronics are piling up, yet e-waste recycling remains an afterthought.
E-waste is a subset of really the waste stream. That's a very unsexy topic. More exciting is solar or wind, and it's the fastest growing solid waste stream in the world. They should be a lot more focused on it.
In a tech-centric city like New York, the problem is magnified. The Department of Sanitation works mainly with ERI, the country's biggest e-waste recycling company. It's estimated that New York produces over 400,000 tons of e-waste annually, and it's likely to be a lot more. By comparison, last year, the Department of Sanitation reported collecting over 1,500 tons of e-waste and recycling over 7,000 tons. Drop-off events in the city are limited, and if residents miss one in their neighborhood, they might have to wait months for another nearby opportunity. That's where volunteer groups come in. The Lower East Side Ecology Center, for example, is helping facilitate e-waste recycling by organizing regular local events for residents.
The goal is, recycling, but also reusing. Because if it still works and has a useful life, why not kind of prolong and continue that useful life? Everything has a home, everything has a purpose. It's just finding that home and finding that purpose is the key to good recycling.
As Lower East Side residents dropped off their tech, a recycling group called Walter was on site, helping sort items before loading everything into their truck at the end of the day to be taken to their warehouse in Brownsville, Brooklyn. Once the items come in, they're sorted by type of electronic device. They're then weighed and logged in the system.
Here's a complete scrap.
From there, they're put into bigger bins and dealt with depending on the state they're in and the nature of the device. Ultimately, though, the entire device will either be refurbished or it'll be dismantled and have its parts recycled.
So we are able to create value by separating, by dismantling, and by sorting the type of component, and those components will be re-injected in the circular economy. So we will reuse the copper that was extracted here, the aluminium.
Laptops, for example, are often refurbished and resold when they meet certain criteria. But sometimes there's just no saving it, and it has to be dismantled.
First take out the screws. We only take out the rams, which you just pop these two little side things open, and it'll usually slide out. And then the hard drive. Take out these two screws, the bracket that's holding it. So we end up selling the RAM sometimes. Sometimes we'll sell a hard drive if we wipe it and everything, and it's good to be sold.
So if you're a New Yorker, it's time to rethink whether it's worth holding on to that old laptop or the tangled mess of wires tucked away in that dreaded drawer, because they could be put to better use elsewhere.
Solutions are out there for us to take advantage of. Let's take advantage of them. New York has by far the most robust e-waste responsible recycling program in the world. DSNY helped put it together with the City of New York's mayor's office. Let's take advantage of it. Let's recycle all the electronics. Let's make New York the best that it can be, the cleanest city on the planet.